It's time for the starting lineups, brought to you by Adidas. Adidas here to create. Take a look at UTRGV. And the starters, guy to keep an eye on, number 14, Javon Levy, all defensive WAC selection.
I like his game. I mean, you better watch your pocket or your billboard because he is going to go for it and go for a ride down the court.
Take a quick look at the New Mexico State Aggies lineup here. And the guy you look at here, Jabari Rice, he was a second-team All-WAC selection, but he was a preseason WAC Player of the Year, just a fantastic ball player, number 10.
Yeah, and another experienced player has been here before, has been part of a WAC championship and would love to do that again.
It's time for our Keys of the Game, brought to you by Geico, saving you money on your car insurance for over 75 years. Joan, what does each team need to do to get a victory in this one?
Well, number one, UTRGV needs to rebound against a very good New Mexico State team. And for the Aggies, they need to take care of the ball and know where Javon Levi is all the time. He will pick your pocket.
Yeah, this is a pesky defensive team here, UTRGV, that's been built, and they come out here looking to take down the number 3 seed. You mentioned it in the get-go. New Mexico State, the Aggies, used to winning in this building. Jans has not tasted defeat since coming to New Mexico State here in this tournament.
Well, that's a good thing, but you got to earn it, and it starts right now.
O'Cherry to jump center for the Vaqueros, and he wins a tip against Johnny McCants and Javon Levi. Getting his shorts situated there. We'll bring the ball across the court. Snazzy uniforms for the Vaqueros, that gray with the orange. I like the look there. Levi, he's the engine that makes him run. Nice dish. O'Cherry lays it up and lays it in.
Yeah, that was great. I'm surprised the official didn't make a call there. They're going to, if that's a sign, they're going to let them play.
Yeah, that easily could have been an and one. Evan Gilliard will bring the ball up for New Mexico State. And look at this. It's like a little zone look here for UTRGV.
Yeah, that's definitely different than what the Aggies, what the Vaqueros normally show.
Gilliard drains one over the zone. 3-2 New Mexico State. A good start for Gilliard. Evan Gilliard, the second, transferred from UTEP, averaging 8.8 a game. Just a 32% three-point shooter, but that one looked pretty. Turnaround on the take, nothing but net for Merrick Nelson.
Merrick Nelson, big mid-range shooter. He had 18 points earlier this year versus Dallas Christian.
Gilliard to bring it up and get it over to Jabari Rice. Jabari wearing that knee brace there, and that one tipped away. O'Cherry comes up with it. So we talked about it, a turnover right there for UTRGV. Bad pass trying to get into O'Cherry. Easily picked off, and they got the numbers in their run out for Johnny McCants.
He liked that. The local product from Las Cruces, New Mexico. He was an honorable mention all WAC.
Quickly down the other way. The quick hit by Johnson doesn't go. The Aggies clear. So a fast-paced game. We expected that. The first whistle and the foul. And let's check in with the third member of our broadcast crew, Rachel Vigil.
For New Mexico State under head coach Chris Jans that the Aggies are not the #1 seed in WAC Vegas, and only the second time since 2014 that they are not. The other 2 times they were the #2 seed. However, this year they're the #3 seed. This is dating back to 2014. And again, the Aggies are used to being the #1 seed here in WAC Vegas. And if you look at this matchup here today, New Mexico State has lost to UTRGV dating all the way back to 2005. It's a 17-game win streak, Michael.
Mexico State. He's looked really good, and they're getting him the ball.
He looks really good. He's a solid defender, a shot blocker, but obviously can handle the physical aspect from the game.
So 2 shots for O'Cherry. New Mexico State up 5-4 in this, and that foul goes on McCants. The first foul on the Vaqueros was against Uche Dibiamaka. So each team with 1 foul in this one. O'Cherry's first free throw does not go. Just a 47% free throw shooter. So if you got fouls to give, he's not a bad guy to put at the line if you're the Aggies.
Believe me, I'm sure they know that.
They circled that one, right? If the big man gets one in there, you might as well go ahead and foul and misses that one. Jabari Rice clears. And that's one thing about this Aggie squad you'll notice. They all rebound, not just the bigs.
Well, they pride. That's one of the philosophy things and points of emphasis for Coach Jans.
I'm liking this UTRGV zone here. A little different look than we've expected in the past. Gilliard gets some space and drains it. So Evan Gilliard gets off quickly with 5 quick points for the Aggies.
You know, he's a point guard, but really has a two-guard mentality.
Levi penetrating, gets it to O'Cherry. Oh, he goes right over the top of McCants. Is that a charge? Yes, it is. They had to talk about it a little bit, but they make the call. It looked like a charge all the way, so O'Cherry picks up the foul. Take a look at it here.
Yeah, I think this was a good call by the official. Definitely Johnny McCants had his feet set. Good call.
Winston Stith, Wilson Holland, and Mike O'Neill, your officials for this one. And they better be in good shape because I think this one's going to get up and down, Joan.
After last year, this was the date a year ago when everything was canceled.
Yeah, and the Aggies came into it last year 16-0 in the conference, looking like they were going to win another conference championship. Tillman, blocked by O'Cherry, back to Tillman, 6 on the shot clock. They reset, but they got to go quick. They get in the corner. Somebody's got to shoot. Rice gets it away, doesn't hit, but a nice offensive board by Tillman. They try to reset. That one's tipped out of bounds off of UTRGV. I think McCants might have thought, no, he's going to come out of the game. So we're going to get our first substitution. William McNair is going to check in for Johnny McCants. McNair. Not even 4 minutes gone by here. Gilliard's going to trigger the inbound. Winston Stith gives him the ball. Looking inside. Oh, he's got to call a timeout. Boy, good defense once again. And they've got to call the timeout here. So the Aggies take one early. Couldn't get the ball in. Not going to be too exciting for the head coach, Chris Jans. But
definitely a different look, and it will be good for Coach Jans to talk about this. But one interesting stat I want to bring to everyone's attention, New Mexico State has 6 rebounds, UTRGV 0. So they definitely have to talk about the zone. It's great, but this is one reason why a lot of coaches don't like the zone, because you don't have a person that you know you have to guard and box out.
Yeah. 16-17 to go here in this one. Jans takes the timeout because they couldn't get the ball inbounded. But now both teams, as you mentioned, UTRGV's got to do a little bit better on the boards, but they're shooting 67%, 2 of 3 from the field. Let's take a look at some of the defensive stops that they've been putting up here. And this is the one right here that they couldn't get the ball inbound.
And that's good defense early in the game, and this was out of the zone. So they looked like they were in a zone there and switched to a man-to-man.
So if you're UTRGV, you look at that, they're getting out rebounded 6-0 here and 4 offensive boards. They're playing good defense, but just extends the amount of time you got to play that good defense.
Yeah, and I think also to maybe keep their players out of foul trouble. And they did something unexpected. They had some time to prepare here, the Vaqueros, and Jay Stedman made an adjustment and did something different, and right now it's paying dividends.
Yeah, these coaches in this one, Chris Jans, we talked about the fact that Jans is undefeated in this building, 6-0 in great guy, Jay Stedman, stepping in a really difficult situation.
That is a very difficult situation. He and I had a conversation last week. You know, he just wants to follow Lou Hill's blueprint. And honestly, they're not going a day at a time, they're going an hour at a time.
And then, of course, there you see Chris Jans. He had a lot to deal with early in the season, but of late, they played a lot of basketball. New Mexico State playing the most games other than Dixie State. They're tied for the most WAC games with Utah Valley. So they got the games in late, but really rough on them early in the season. Back underway, 4 on the shot clock. Tillman drives in, doesn't hit the rim, and that should be a shot clock violation, and it is. So a turnover there. Once again, it's the zone, but great defense. Back underway here. We got a whistle. Winston Stith is looking at somebody here. Got a foul on, I didn't see who that was on. Yeah, they're going to call that an Anthony Bratton. That's his first, team third. 15:49 to go in this one, so now you've got a foul on Bratton. 3 fouls on the Vaqueros and just 1 foul on New Mexico State. Levi steps up, back to that zone defense, it looks like. Maybe switching a bit. Oh, back to man-to-man. Henry tries to get the ball into Tillman. They really want to ride Donnie Tillman. It's a good size mismatch. Henry fires 3 straight away and drains it. Clayton Henry.
I like that basket, wide open, no hesitation. He has battled a ton of injuries this season, and that was a nice shot.
Ooh, pull-up jumper doesn't go for Nelson. Rebound again for the Aggies. 0 rebounds for the Vaqueros. Quickly down the other way. Henry for 2 in a row, no. And the rebound there, man, Rice almost had it, couldn't control, goes out of bounds. Clayton Henry, all defensive team in the WAC, but he can stroke it too.
He can definitely stroke it. He was 3rd team all WAC. Really good player.
Yeah, and Henry out all last year with a foot injury, came back, missed a few games early here, so he's just happy to be healthy and get to play in this arena.
Well, Chris Jans thinks he's the best defender, and that's saying a lot if you're an Aggie.
CJ Roberts, number 0 into the ball game, gives him a good shooting guard. And number 32, Laquan Butler in. He'll take the jumper, doesn't go. That's tipped out of bounds off of the Vaqueros. So it'll go the other way, and UTRGV has 1 rebound to 8. We see the Aggies do this to everybody, out-rebound them, but as you mentioned, Vaqueros have got to get some boards here.
Well, they're not getting any second opportunities right now, and they haven't made a basket here. They've had 3 turnovers the last 4 minutes, and they haven't scored in a little over 4 minutes.
Keep an eye on number 22 into the game for the Aggies, Wilfred Lakai, a guy they're really high on. Lakai, the redshirt junior, came over from Casper College. Gilliard with 9 on the shot clock. They've been running it down with this good defense. Good switch. Gilliard fires the 3. No. Rebounded by, there you go, UTRGV gets the board. Quickly out to Levi. Pushes it ahead. Bratton wasn't really ready for that. Get it back. Nice spin move in the lane. The jumper doesn't go. Rebound by McNair off the miss from Johnson. Henry. Back to Henry. Not really trying to go inside much here, the Aggies.
Now, both teams, it seems like it's been much more of a perimeter game.
Oh, looked like McNair was open in there, had Bratton sealed, but they couldn't get it to him. Roberts gonna have to make something happen off the glass. High arching shot. CJ Roberts for 2.
Well, he can create, and he definitely used the window for that to soften his shot.
All Aggies right here, 12-4. UTRGV looking to get something going here, shooting just 33%. Levi, tough shot, wanted the foul, didn't get it. Offensive board and the putback. Good things happen with offensive boards.
Yeah, that's their first offensive board, and that was needed. They need to get some points, and, you know, they just needed to earn it.
Johnson with the bucket there. 13 minutes to go here in this first half. 3 versus 6. New Mexico State and UTRGV into McNair in the left block. Bratton on him. Oh, he spins the other way. Loses his balance, misses a shot, and Bratton with the rebound. Almost looked like he had a little push there. Levi quickly down. Boy, they're letting him bang in there on Levi on the drive. Oh, he picked off the pass. Great layup. Oh, my goodness. Laquan Butler for 2.
Unbelievable steal. Unbelievable. And the finish on that. He deserves an extra point on that. That was impressive.
Style points. Give him 2.5 for that one.
Absolutely.
Gilliard thinks about the answer. The lefty. Ooh, tough cross-court pass to Roberts for 3. Swirls it in.
C.J. Roberts can create and is very effective off the bench.
And he steals right there.
Wow.
Behind the back. Going right after it. Loses the ball. Good defense there. He'll take another 3. Nope. McNair the rebound. Throws it out of bounds. Timeout on the floor. Well, the Aggies with a 15-8 lead, dominating on the boards, 10-5. But UTRGV coming back. We got a good matchup, 3-6. Stick around. The 2021 WAC Hercules Tigers basketball tournament continues after this. Welcome back to WAC Vegas. The Aggies with the lead, and the UTRGV Vaqueros trying to get back in this, and they rely on their little man, who's their big man, Javon Levi. More on Javon from Rachel Vigil.
You better protect the basketball. UTRGV guard Javon Levi is on the court. He broke the Vaqueros program record for steals with 242 back on February 26th. He's currently 8th in the WAC history books, and he only needs 8 more to move up to number 4. Michael?
Well, we got an offensive foul there. Thanks, Rachel. Yeah, Levi, a fantastic player to watch. And Joan, we talked about a little bit after that charging call. It's going to go against UTRGV. A little bit different defensive look here. They're really mixing up the defense. We thought it'd be a straight aggressive man-to-man, but a little different look for UTRGV, and now in the full court pressure.
Yeah, we'll see here if they go back. You know, they're in a man-to-man defense full court. It looks like they're back in a man defense right now, but they showed zone. I believe they were also in a matchup zone. Great backdoor. Excellent backdoor. Yeah, we're overplaying. They caught the Vaqueros overplaying and wide open for excellent backdoor pass.
Jabari Rice with the jam, his first field goal. That's a high percentage shot when you can jam one home with nobody on you, and Jabari gets rid. Jabari was the preseason WAC Player of the Year. Obviously didn't win that award, second team all WAC, but obviously a fabulous player if the coaches thought he was the guy coming into the season.
And last year he was first team all WAC, and you know, I think it just adds some motivation to him. That's a nice three-point shot there.
Lakai for 3. And that's the 4th 3 for the Aggies. Boy, they don't look rusty at all. They look like they're just hitting their stride, Joe, and this could be dangerous for the other teams in this tournament. Nice drop off and the slam by O'Cherry.
Yeah, that was an excellent assist. And O'Cherry, I mean, he didn't have to do much, just jump in the air and throw it down.
O'Cherry averaging just 4.6 a game. He's already got 4. But when Sean Ray left the team after the passing of Lou Hill, that created a big gap because Sean Ray was averaging 15.2 a game. And Jay Stebbin has said he's been looking for guys to pick that up. It's hard to find somebody just to come up with 16 more points, so he's relying on O'Cherry. And O'Cherry swats that one, but a great, hard, physical take by Lakai, and he draws the foul.
Yeah, Lakai is going to the line. He shoots about 65% from the free throw line, but I like the drive. I like the action there.
You know, Cherry got ball, brought the hands down a bit, and the big news on that one, Joan, is that's number 2 on O'Cherry. We're only about halfway through this first half. Lakai hits the first free throw. They're going to leave O'Cherry in, it looks like, for the time being. Nelson checks back in for Vaqueros, and Lakai hits them both. So Wilfred Lakai out of Portland, Oregon's got 5.
And right now, the Vaqueros, they're sort of in the danger zone here. They need to get back in a rhythm, get some scoring, score in some spurts.
Rice picks up the foul, his first, team second. Well, they were going into the big man. Oh, great steal almost by Johnny McCants as he just read that telegraph pass from Butler.
Well,
and it'll be Vaqueros' ball.
You know what I like about that? I just like the effort. Nothing's going to be easy.
The officials are chatting about something out here. Are they talking about 20 seconds? Yeah, they wanted to reset that clock to 20. They got it set now. The Vaqueros shooting 42%, but they've given up 4 threes already.
Yeah, New Mexico State's 47 from the floor and 50% from the three-point line.
They get the ball into Butler. So the ball not in Levi's hands. He's down on the baseline, number 14. Butler, they feel like there might be a mismatch there. Now they get it to Levi. They throw it out of bounds. Just another unforced error. So that's turnover number 6, and the Aggies already have 7 points off of turnovers. Not a good recipe when you're getting out-rebounded and you're turning over the ball quite a bit. It's like the Aggies just trying to play a little, or excuse me, the Vaqueros trying to play a little too quickly. Jabari Rice now with the basketball. He's got Levi on him. Three ball with the shot clock winding down. Tipped around though. McCants comes down with it. Lakai thinks about it, fires it, and hits it. Boy, he had all the time in the world, Joan.
He really thought about that. That's the 5th three for New Mexico State, and we're only in the first half.
Levi to answer, doesn't get it. And you're right, they are not getting any second chances. The Aggies doing what they do and just clearing the boards. Oh, Rice thought about it, gives it to McCants. He draws the foul, and if that's 3 on O'Cherry, I believe. Oh man, that's a costly foul. 3 on O'Cherry. We're barely halfway through the first half, Joe.
Yeah. And McCants is upset with himself for missing that shot. So close.
Take a look at the 3 ball from Lakai. Boy, he took all the time in the world for that one. A lot of times you miss that when you don't shoot it in rhythm, but he took that extra dribble to set himself.
He could not believe he was that open.
Could have made a sandwich before he took that shot. Johnny McCants hits the first. Well, I've got O'Cherry for 3 fouls, and he's staying in the game.
That's what it says.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what it says here. We'll see if that's what they have on the scorebook.
Yeah, it's what it's on our live stats is 3, and Jay Stedman, now he's got somebody off the bench, but he might have missed it. Rebound by Nelson on the miss by McCants, but it's all New Mexico State up 26-10. Butler directing traffic. Almost threw that one away. Nelson's got it. He'll settle for the jumper. Misses it, doesn't follow it. Rice with another board.
Yeah, he did not follow his shot, so that's like cardinal rule on offense. Follow your shot.
We get a double dribble now on Jabari Rice after he had just picked up his 6th rebound, and now O'Cherry's going to come out of the game. Going to get some substitutions here. Uche Dibiamaka back into the game. Take a look at this turnover here.
I think it got caught up on his hip.
Ricky Doc Nelson going to bring the ball up. Right now, I mean, this is just all New Mexico State right here. Drive inside. Dibiamaka swatted away.
You know, I'm not sure what kind of rebound drills there that Coach Jams does, but he should really put a mark on those because they work. I mean, they're just dominating on the glass, right? 16-7.
Timeout on the floor. All Aggies, 26-10, the number 3 seed, looking to knock off the number 6 seed here in Las Vegas. The WAC would like to again thank Hercules Tires as title partner for the 2021 Hercules Tires WAC basketball tournament. Hercules Tires invites all WAC alumni, staff, and fans to ride on their strength and visit HerculesTires.com today. Well, Hercules Tires logo flexing there, and the Aggies are flexing here, Joan. They're up big, 26-10, out-rebounding UTRGV 16-7. And a quick whistle once we get back underway.
Yeah, that was on C.J. Roberts. A little bit too physical.
There was a foul on McCants, they said, right before the end of that. I thought McCants was out of the game, but they made an announcement. So Roberts picks up his first. That's the fourth team foul. What does UTRGV need to do to get things going here? They're shooting only 33% on 5 of 15 and have not made a three yet.
Well, they're doing some good ball movement. They need to rebound and get back on defense.
With some numbers. The lob to Tillman, but Nelson got back in a hurry to break that up. Good defensive play.
Yeah, they needed to get on a run here. Get some easy shots. Yeah.
There you go.
Some easy shots inside, and then let their defense create their offense.
Rob McLean Jr. gets the bucket. A nice find there, and so easy shots, and right there, one made to order.
And definitely go rebound at both ends.
Domination by the Aggies on the boards, but UTRGV 10-4 points in the paint. Interestingly enough, on the drive, Tillman gets the bucket.
You know, that's what we call a straight line drive. I think one of the most difficult things to really defend in college basketball.
Pull-up jumper, Dibiamaka. That one kind of bricked off the side of the rim there. Just picked up and rebounded. Williams will bring it down. Williams dribbling between the legs. Kalen Williams gets it into McNair. Back to Henry. He'll fire the three in rhythm. No, rebounded by Nelson.
That's a nice rebound by Nelson. Take your time and get an easy shot.
Dibiamaka thought about that one after that last miss. Decided against the three. Javon Levi not on the floor right now, but he's set to check back in. They don't like to play with him on the bench very often. Nelson, the drive, the spin, the right hand, good.
Really nice move, taking his time. Merrick Nelson, I like his mid-range game.
Well, and after you said get better shots, they've had 2 from point blank. That a little more difficult than the first, but they got them both to go down that short range.
Well, their goal right now is they're down. The Vaqueros are down 14, and they're trying to, and they've got a little over 5 minutes. Get this into single digits before halftime.
Nelson, jab step, goes to his left. Straight away with Nelson on him. Wants to go to work. Tough shot off the glass and got it to go on the drive.
Really good athlete. You know, this is why the glass, I say, not there for decoration.
Blocked by McNair, but he's going to pick up the foul. Oh, well, McNair got up there, but got a little too much of the man. His first foul, it's a 15.
Now this is from Coach Jans. He says Will McNair can be a little nasty, and he showed that inside.
I think Coach Jans likes a player like that, right? Take a look at this block.
Well, you need someone like that, and, you know, he fouled hard. It's a good call by the official.
Yeah, back in the day when Coach Jans was growing up playing basketball, you didn't get any freebies when you drove to the rim.
No, absolutely not.
Dibiamaka misses the first. Uche Dibiamaka, 65% free throw shooter. Gilliard's going to come back into the game, and number 14, Marcus Watson, just a redshirt freshman with the transfer from Oklahoma State, a kid they're very high on, but he's still young. Good looking physique though at 6'6", 215. Dibiamaka gets the second of the 2. Dibiamaka will check out of the ball game now. Malik Lawrence Anderson checks in. So here's that full court pressure game with Levi back on the court.
Yeah, I said watch Levi. You know, you really have to protect the ball when you're around him. He is really good.
Look at that right there, just tipped it away. Man, those hands are so quick, Joan, on that crossover dribble. He just gets his hands in there.
But, you know, it's his hands, but really it's his stance, and he really is focused on where your body is. He's really not looking at the ball. He's looking at your body. but he has active hands, but it's his defensive stance and really quick feet.
Tillman fakes one way, goes the other. Lays it in. Donnie Tillman wanted the and one. He's got 4 points, the senior from UNLV by way of Utah.
He's very difficult to defend. He's an inside-out player.
Under 5 to go, still all Aggies. Nice find by Levi, who almost rolled that one out, but the shot goes for Ricky Doc Nelson. He's got 2.
Well, he better thank Levi for that, because that was a beautiful pass.
Ooh, it almost looked like Gilliard stepped out of bounds, and Levi almost had another steal. Boy, all kind of pressure on that ball from Javon Levi. Now Tillman, they're going to let him go to work once again. Kicks it back to Henry. Marcus Watson gets rid of it. Tillman letting Donnie go to work. Drives in. Boy, he is such a physical player, and they're letting him bang inside. UTRGV comes up with the defensive stop on the board. Grabbed by McLean. Passes up the jumper and loses the ball. Boy, it's a dive for it, and boy, is Henry down there underneath. And man, they are really letting them mix it up, Joan.
They definitely are. That was like, wow. That was like football in there, going for the ball.
Well, you look at it here. I mean, he passed up the jumper and then dribbled into trouble. And bit of a scrum there.
It's like a fumble.
Yeah.
Everyone's on the ball.
Well, you like to see that as a coach, though, right? I mean, those 50-50 balls, you got to win those if you're UTRGV and you want to get back in this thing.
Definitely.
Some physical guys out there that enjoy the physical play. Tillman on the other end, very aggressive offensively. So that'll go to New Mexico State. Looking for a screen. Now they got the switch. Watson with 17 on the shot clock. Tough pass, gets it inside to Henry, and he's fouled. So he'll go to the line. Now I think that's going to be number 7. Yeah, so it should be the 1-on-1 when we come back. Aggies continue to roll 32-17. Henry at the line when we come back. This is the 2021 WAC Hercules Tires basketball tournament. The Western Athletic Conference would like to thank Adidas, the official apparel partner of the Western Athletic Conference. Adidas here to create all Aggies as we get set here for the final 3 minutes and 44 seconds. 32-17, we talked about it. And Joan, UTRGV is going to have to figure out a way to get this into single digits prior to the break, because if you have a double-digit lead at the half, you know, Chris Jans is going to figure out a way to salt this thing away.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, they need to just get better ball movement, take quality shots, and then they have to rebound.
We get a violation there, yeah, on Watson. So it'll be a UTRGV ball. WAC fans, Geico's the official insurance provider of the Western Athletic Conference. Get your next insurance quote with Geico, saving you money on your car insurance for over 75 years.
Coach Jans was not happy about that violation. I'm not sure what the officials are looking at here, but I can tell you Coach Jans is not happy. You know, when you get a free shot at the free throw line, yeah, you do not want to have a violation.
Yeah, they called it. I thought they called it on Marcus Watson, number 14, but I'm not sure exactly what they're looking at here, Joan, as you take a look at the UTRGV huddle. Of course, we talked about it briefly. Lou Hill passing away on February 7th, and Jay Stedman now taking over. But Lou Hill, unanimous coach of the year. Thought that was great that they honored him posthumously with that award. Just a fantastic guy.
Well, he's not only a fantastic guy, he had great leadership, an excellent relationship, not only with his players and staff, but the community. And but he was a great coach, really good coach. And UTRGV, he had a blueprint, and Jay Stedman is trying to follow that blueprint right now.
Let's take a look at this lane violation, see if we can figure out exactly what they might be looking at. So that's number 14 there with his back to you. They said, well, I don't know.
Well, he hooked him on his arm.
Yeah.
Maybe that's.
They look at that hook in the hold sometimes, and so that could be a costly deal if they call that one. it's really, I mean, it doesn't have to be intentional. If it just gets hung up in there, they can call that.
Now, my
Let's take a look at it one more time.
I don't wear stripes, so, but this is me. I thought it was a hook. Let's check it again. I don't think it was. Yeah, it's a hook, and he held him down so Johnson could not jump.
Yeah, and I mean, they called that a hook and a hold, and it's a flagrant foul with shots in the ball. So,
wow.
You know, and it's something they have to do. Let's see. I think they're going to call it that. We'll see the reaction of Chris Jans.
Yeah, he wasn't happy at all.
And let's see. Yeah, flagrant one.
Wow.
And they're telling it to Jans. It's one of those things. I've talked to some officials, I've talked to some coaches. It can be fairly innocuous, but if they get hung up and it's a hook and they hold you down, the refs kind of have to call that. So it doesn't look like much here.
Yeah.
Well, you'd expect with a flagrant, but he had the underhook there and he kind of held him from jumping. So at the line, the free throw good for Johnson. He'll get one more, and then UTRGV will get the ball. Well, this could be part of the break they're looking for, Joan. They could score 4 or 5 points here unanswered.
Definitely, you take whatever you can. And this is the thing, so people could be upset. But if that's the rule, then you should call it.
Yeah, and Jan's not super upset because, you know, Winston Stitt just kind of going over and saying they put that rule in a couple years ago. I forget the player, but in the NCAA tournament, a player got really injured there, shoulder ripped out, and had to have surgery because of the hook and the hold underneath. And so they fell to the floor. So they just put that in for the player safety, even though, like I said, it didn't look like a lot there, but something they're supposed to call if they see it. So 32-19, a chance with a 3 to get it to within 10. Javon Levi with 3:25 in the corner. Butler for 3, doesn't go. Rebounded by, or excuse me, that was Johnson with the miss. But Jabari Rice, another board. Jabari's got 7 rebounds already.
He's a good player.
Oh, Tillman pretty deep, spins one way, goes the other. But Watson didn't take the 3 and he stepped out of bounds.
He was wide open there. You know, he thought about it too much and did that move, put his back foot, and when he did, he touched the sideline.
Yeah, some of that hesitance right there, and it cost him. Take a look at it here, Joan.
Yeah, nice pass out, yeah, and you can see he stepped out of bounds.
That drives a coach a little crazy when you don't take a shot in rhythm and then you have an unforced error like that. But as we said, Watson, the guy that came over, hasn't gotten to play a lot this year and just a freshman, so they expect big things, but they're not sure what they can really expect out of him right away. 3 ball, good. That's Butler with the trail. Laquan Butler, and that's the first 3 of the ball game for UTRGV.
And Jay Stedman said in order for UTRGV to win this game, Laquan Butler must hit the 3-point shot. So that's a good sign. And they're down. Deficit now is 10 points.
Jabari Rice looking to get inside, runs over, man, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Jabari Rice. Boy, it looked like Butler just gave room, and fell over. That's his second on Rice.
Yeah, definitely. And that can definitely take an impact here in late in the first half. I believe your best player has to go sit down.
Yeah, their feet got tangled up. He just kind of backed over the top of him, and Butler gave room. And now Rice is going to go sit down. Lakai into the ball game, and C.J. Roberts into the ball game as well. Well, best chance of the half for UTRGV on the drive. Ooh, tough pass. Stolen away, but then given back. Levi underneath. Ooh, finds some space and gets on the board. Javon Levi with the bucket. His first 2 of the game.
Well, Levi is crafty. And right now,
just like that, it's 8 now.
The Vaqueros are on a 9-0 run.
Yeah, the Aggies have not scored in the last 3:07. So Rob McClain Jr. is going to check in for Merrick Nelson. And that full court pressure, trying to up the tempo a bit here. Oh, they go deep, the long ball. Tillman's got it. Finds Lakai. They get back quickly to the Vaqueros. Henry, get the ball into Tillman. Tillman facing up. Spins, good defense. Still plenty of time. Back to Tillman on the left block. Spins, goes inside and fouls. Well, that was a battle in there. Malik Lawrence Anderson and Tillman, 2 guys about the same size, just banging.
Definitely banging, and he earned that spot to the free throw line. I mean, he had to work for this.
Yeah, and if he had stayed straight up, I think he would have been okay. But just kind of came over the top there. So 2 shots for Donnie Tillman. That is foul number 8 for UTRGV. Tillman makes the first. He's got 5 points now, and Nelson's going to come in for Lawrence Anderson, his first foul. So 1 more for Tillman. Tillman, a good get, as we said, started at UNLV out of Findlay Prep here in Vegas, then went to Utah, and now finding a home with the Aggies for his final season. Makes them both. Or makes 1 of 2, 33 or 34-24 after the 2 made free throws. Buck 35 to go, 10-point lead for the Aggies. Led by as many as 17 though, Joan.
Yeah, well, part of it.
Butler, oh, too strong. Boy, that looked pretty good. They fight for it, they tie it up. That one's gonna go, they call a foul? Oh, they called a timeout. Wow, so New Mexico State got a timeout, I think, here. And Jay Stedman's questioning that as well. It looked like they got on and tied him up. So they're going to give that 30-second timeout to the Aggies. So that'll be their second timeout. Take a look at this one, Joan.
Oh, he called it.
Yeah,
right.
Gilliard, very quick. Smart play by Gilliard. Levi can't believe it, but yeah, it looked like he got it in time, didn't it?
It did look like he got it in time. I don't know if that's necessarily what Coach Jans would want, but that was what happened. We got a 10-point ball game.
Yeah, and you burn your second timeout. Gilliard had to take a timeout earlier because he couldn't get the ball inbounded.
That's right.
So usually coaches like to only burn 1 of those 30s, so they have 3 for the second half. So now we'll see if it plays into it. If they keep a big lead, it won't really matter, but Aggies only have 2 timeouts the rest of the way. Stedman's got all 4 for the Vaqueros. 1 of those 30s will not travel into the second half with the squad, so he'll probably take that if he can. Minute 20 to go, back underway. Aggies ball up 10. Good solid scoring across the board for the Aggies. Good spread and scoring for the Vaqueros as well. Team effort for both squads. Henry get the ball to Tillman. Lakai back to Tillman. 5 on the shot clock. 3. Tillman will force it. Oh, a foul and a bucket. Oh my goodness, with the shot clock winding down.
Wow. He just focused on that shot. Let's see if it was a 3. Hard to say from there. I think it was. And if it is, it's a 4. It's going for a 4-point play.
Yeah, they're going to take a look at it to see if it's a 3. Good call, Joan, but I didn't see from that angle how much Levi got him on the foul, but Winston Stith very quickly made that foul call, and this could be a huge turn of events late in the game. A 3 and 1. Let's take a look and see if we can see it better from here. Oh, his foot's on the line, so that should be a 2, but it's still going to be an and 1. So they dodged a little bit of a bullet there, but still chance for a 3-point play. And right when they got it back under 10, and the Aggies extending now to keep it above 10 here, trying to go into the half.
Well, there's a cardinal rule. Do not foul the jump shooter. Let's take a look.
One more look at it. It looked like that foot was on the line. Let's see if we can get a better view. Steps back here.
Yeah, he's on the line.
And Winston Stith is saying, yeah, it's a 2. So a couple will come off the board, but either way, that's 8 already for Donnie Tillman. It looks like they made a concerted effort, and it looks like Jans thinks his biggest mismatch or best mismatch to exploit is Donnie Tillman, whoever's guarding him.
Absolutely. But I like the focus. I mean, that was a difficult shot.
Yeah. Tillman only a 21% 3-point shooter. He's made his last 2 from the line. He's got the and 1 here, and he hits it. So Tillman's got 9 with under a minute to go, and it's a 13-point lead for the Aggies. So we mentioned they led by as many as 17.
And the Vaqueros had it in single digits, had the deficit in single digits.
Butler going to penetrate. Euro step, loses a ball though, and Lakai picks it up. Big turnover on the steal there. Butler just lost the ball on the penetration. Looked like Butler wanted that three and then decided to try to dribble in for a better shot, and they closed out on him. At a 5-second differential shot clock and game clock. So Williams is going to run it down. Lakai cutting to the bucket. What a find and a slam dunk.
Wow, that's being patient and knowing to get a good shot.
Last shot barely hits iron, and that's how it's going to end. 39 to 24. The Aggies jump out to a 17-point lead. UTRGV brings it close, and then the Aggies up by 15 at the half. 39-24, 15-point lead. Wasn't the largest lead of the game, as the Aggies led by as many as 17. But if the Vaqueros are going to get back into this one, Joan, what do they need to do here in the first few minutes of this second half?
Well, the first few minutes are really, really important to set the tone for this rest of this game. I think number one, be patient on offense and take quality shots. And second, they have to rebound. Send 3 or 4 to the boards, as I've said, offensively. But everyone needs to box out on defense. No extra shots here for the Aggies.
WAC Fans Signature Rings, a leading provider of quality championship rings, is the official recognition partner for the WAC. For team and individual championship rings, visit them today at signaturerings.com. Well, the Aggies will get the ball first here, and we saw them do what they needed to do to get it close and get it within single digits, having trouble getting the ball in, and it's tipped off Gilliard and almost out of bounds, and now they got some trouble. But Levi finally finds Dibiamaka. He's going to take it all the way in, shot, and a charge. Boy, Johnny McCants was just sitting there waiting for him, and Dibiamaka didn't disappoint, picks up the foul.
Well, that's not what they really wanted here to start for Vaqueros, and that was a good call. Johnny McCants, as you said, was just waiting there.
Yeah, you see a lot of guys go to that Euro step there. Dibiamaka just kind of went right into him. McCants picks up the foul. He's a smart player. He has been Mr. Aggie here the last 4 years, growing up in Las Cruces and then being a great player and winning a lot of championships for this Aggie squad.
He has a few championship rings.
He certainly does. Jabari Rice and a foul on Dibiamaka. So Dibiamaka picks up 2 quick fouls, so not exactly the start you're looking for UTRGV.
I like Jabari Rice's game. He's very much under control, very smart, and he's a prideful player. You know, he's been first team All-WAC. He expects a lot from himself and his team.
You know, talking to Chris Jans at the WAC Media Days, one of the things Jan said, I believe he was talking to Rachel Villa when he said it, is he said he's really impressed with how Jabari Rice has grown as a human in the last 3 years he's been at New Mexico State. Said he maybe was a little selfish when he first got here, maybe a little more worried about himself, but he saw that kick in, though, the last couple of years where he's been a team-first kind of guy.
Well, that's how you win championships. Oh, that was
what a little nice teardrop, but a charge. They wave it off. Gilliard can't believe it. But a break for UTRGV. Well, they get the charge, and Gilliard picks it up. Take a look at it, Joan. Well, nice little help defense by Nelson there, huh?
It was really nice, and he was out the extended area. That little arc, that's what you have to be. Get your feet outside of there and be set.
I think Jan's questioning if he was still moving when Gilliard went in the air, and Jans raises his hands and says, okay, when Winston Stith gives him the news. So a turnover on that one. Nelson with the heads-up play. Levi double team. O'Cherry back in there. Tough shot by Levi. Just threw it up there, hoping for the roll. Didn't get it.
Yeah, that was a very difficult shot.
So Cherry and Dibiamaka both with 3 fouls, and Henry a little too quick. Just dribbles it out of bounds. And Jan saying, hey, calm down a little bit there.
Yeah, no one scored yet. So even though we've had 2 charges and turnovers, no one has scored yet for either team.
Yeah, and UTRGV's got to take advantage of this. Any little scoring drought they get from Mexico State, any stop, they need to get points on the other end. Nelson straight away. Winner of this one gets the number 2 seed, Utah Valley. Utah Valley, co-champ, shared that honor with Grand Canyon University, and a turnover there, so just sloppy play from both teams coming out of the huddle.
Absolutely. This is not what either coach and either team wanted, and we're getting some new players in.
Yeah, so Bratton's going to check in for Cherry, I think. You know, they really tried to get the ball to Cherry to start this game inside. Haven't really had a chance here, and Cherry is going to come out. Of course, he is playing with those 3 fouls, but Dibiamaka still out there with 3 fouls. I guess when you're down 15, you don't have a lot of choices. You got to put your best guys out there and let them play.
You do. I mean, you win and you go, keep going. And if you lose, you go home.
Skip pass across to the cutter, and we get a foul. Is that on Dibiamaka? It is. That's number 4. Well, he picked up 3 quick fouls in the first minute and 45 seconds to go from 1 foul to 4, and he's frustrated as he comes off the floor.
He's very frustrated.
Well, he's coming off the floor, but he hasn't been substituted, so actually he's just hanging out in the corner, a little cherry picking. I don't know if they see him down there. First free throw good by Henry. He is going to come out of the game, though, of course, and Butler's going to check in. So Dibiamaka very frustrated, just a little too aggressive on that charge and some of those defensive plays.
Well, he's got to compose himself because his team's going to need him.
Yeah, he's taking a long walk. He might be going back to the locker room there. He walked all the way off past the bench. So free throw's good by Henry. Clayton Henry with 5 now, and another pass that's errant. A little too much sauce on it and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, this press from the Aggies, just their height and their length is paying dividends. That was a tough pass.
And you talked about, Joan, in the past, you try to get 1 point off of every turnover. Well, the Aggies have 14 off of 10 turnovers, so they're doing even better than the average.
They are. Almost 1.5.
And these haven't even really been live ball turnovers. Just been they've run their sets really well out of these change of possessions. Johnny McCants, the corner, waves everybody off. He wants to go to work. Working on Nelson, using the body, hands it off to Rice, who I'm not sure he was expecting that or had anywhere to go with that when he got it from Johnny.
You know, I like the unselfishness, but he put his teammate, Jabari Rice, in a tough situation.
Back down the other way. UTRGV still looking for their first points in the second half. 2.5 gone by. Butler's going to drive. Finds a man in the corner. 3 ball. Nelson. No. Rebounded by McCants. Johnny McCants with another board. McCants with 4. Ooh, tough pass to try to get inside Tillman. Just a little late on that as they collapse, but it goes out of bounds off the Vaqueros.
I like the teamwork and helping the other team up from Johnny McCants.
CJ Roberts going to check in the ball game. Who's he coming in for? Looks like Clayton Henry. So this is an interesting look when you got Robert and Gilliard in the backcourt there. Roberts typically more a shoot first kind of guard there, but you know he's got 5. Gilliard started off like a house of fire in this game and got I think 5 of the first 7 points for the Aggies. They got some scorers in the backcourt, not just distributors. McCants will fire the 3. Looks good and is good. Johnny McCants, his first tray of the ball game.
That was a stroke. That was impressive. You know, really nice shot, very much under control.
Yeah, Johnny 36%. There's a bucket for Bratton. Just bulls his way in and picks up the foul as well.
The Vaqueros definitely needed that.
And that might be one of the best ways for the Vaqueros to get back and aggressively go into the hole like that.
Well, they've been great. When they get and score around the basket, they're actually scoring better inside than New Mexico State is right now.
Yeah. Bratton for the and 1, misses it. Rebound kicks off, now tipped away, but the Aggies control it. Well, Bratton couldn't connect on the and 1. I'm keeping an eye. I have not seen Dibiamaka come back on the floor after he left. I believe that was only his 4th foul, though. Tillman, left elbow to Rice. Gilliard's going to drive, running out of time though. McCants skips it out. Somebody's going to have to shoot. Tillman will force up a shot, and it's a shot clock violation. Did they get a foul? Oh wow, they called a foul on that one, bailed him out on Johnson. That almost looked like Tillman was the one who jumped in and made that.
Yeah.
And that's what Butler's trying, or excuse me, Johnson's trying to say, that it wasn't him. But that's his first fourth team. So now Donnie will go to the line. Take a look at this one, Joe. He got him up, I guess.
Yeah, it got him in the air, but that's a tough call.
Not a lot there, huh?
No, that's a tough call.
Especially with the shot clock winding down. There's Dibiamaka. He said he's gonna take a walk and clear his head. He picked up 3 fouls in about a minute and a half, so he wanted to kind of clear his head, but he's back there on the bench and ready to go back in when they need him.
Well,
Tillman gets 1 or 2.
Yeah, his team needs him. You know, you just got to fight through this.
Nice find. Bratton with the bucket.
Yeah, just go a possession at a time.
Bratton's a tough guard out of Indian Hills Community College. 6'8", 236. Looks like a tight end out there. Still the big lead for the Aggies, 45-28. Good ball movement.
Excellent ball movement.
Gilliard makes him pay his second 3 of the ball game.
You're just in rhythm, you know, when you get great ball movement. That's Johnny McCants with that skip pass, but excellent ball movement.
Up to 20 again on the miss, rebounded by Tillman. Well, everything working for the Aggies. I mean, they're shooting 55% from the floor, 50% behind the arc, 75% for the charity stripe, and out rebounding the Vaqueros 23-11, Joe.
That's a winning recipe right there.
Tillman off the glass, just too much to handle down low.
Yeah, very tough very difficult to defend. He's a strong player.
Well, I'm sure the Utah Valley coaches are scouting this one. Nice take by Bratton. Boy, he's been the guy inside that's been getting him back in this game, so he'll go to the line for the and 1, but still, all Aggies here in the second half as they have the big lead by 20, 50-30. And we'll be back with more. This is the 2021 WAC Hercules Tires Basketball Tournament live from Las Vegas. Big lead for the Aggies, 50-30. They're up by 20 more on the Aggies' movements through this season. Let's go to Rachel Villa.
New Mexico State was not able to practice in the state of New Mexico due to COVID guidelines, so they sent their team up to Phoenix. Now, I want you to think of how much it would cost to send a full basketball team of 29 people to Phoenix to a resort for 65 days. This includes room and board, food, turning a conference room into a practice facility. If you guessed around $150,000, then you are correct. That's how much New Mexico State had to pay to send the Aggies up there. $200,000 for both of their teams, men's and women's, to go up there. Michael, I'm going to leave you with another little fun fact. Out of 115 nights in this season, the Aggies have spent 85 nights in a hotel.
Thanks, Rachel. Not the way they drew it up, but in some ways, Joan, they really prepared them for this tournament because they played basically every game at either on the road or at a neutral site this season.
Yes, you know, in all the tough things, it really helps when you're in a situation like this on the road. And right now, at the hotels here, each player has their own room. Yeah, that's definitely a foul.
Yeah, Jabari Rice with the take, and they're going to get the foul on the number 12, Rob McLean Jr., his first 5th team foul already.
Yeah, but what I was saying is it's their mentality. You know, they expect, you know, being on the road and being together is no big deal. This is what they've done. Probably better than any other team across the country in the NCAA, well, in the NCAAs.
Rice hits the first. It almost feels like, Joan, that they feel like this is home. They've made this tournament their home. They've won 9 straight at this tournament. Jans has won 6 straight. And prior to that loss in 2016 to Bakersfield, they won 12 straight in this tournament.
Well, we talked about that when we had a conversation a day ago, and Chris Jans just said, like, they feel like they have something to prove. They missed last season. They were favored. They went undefeated in WAC regular season, and like everyone else, season was cut short a year ago today. So
Levi for 3, no, short.
So they have a lot to play for, and they definitely have the history of winning.
14:25 to go in this one. All Aggies. They jumped out to an early lead. UTRGV got it close to within single digits at least with about 3 minutes to go, and the Aggies extended, led by 15 at the half, and they've extended the lead here, up 21. Drive
good defense
by Lakai.
Quick hands.
Now see if the Vaqueros can convert. Step back, Butler. Nope. Rebounded by McNair. Williams into the ball game, running the point now, with Roberts at the 2. Jabari Rice, the preseason WAC Player of the Year, just 4 points, but he's already got 8 rebounds and 2 assists in this one. And he hits a 3, just
right.
as I'm talking about.
Right on cue.
I don't think he liked the fact that I said he's only got 4 points. Now he's got 7.
Oh, he's a good player. I mean, he's very controlled. He can hurt you in a lot of different ways on offense and defense.
And that one,
there's a
they're
foul.
going to get a foul? Yep, I think they're going to call foul on Jabari Rice. So Rice picks up his 3rd foul. That's the 4th team foul. So Butler lost the handle on that, but gets bailed out with the foul by Rice, so they'll maintain possession. And Dokes into the ball game. Gerald Dokes, one of those kids, he came over midway through at a Provision Academy and played right away with all the injuries they had going on. And then as guys got healthier, they've been slowing him in. But a lot of folks think he's going to be the real deal in a couple of years under Chris Jan's tutelage.
Well, this is the thing when you know you have a good program, you have good coaches. It's how you develop, and you develop the players, not just as basketball players, but as young men and leaders.
Bratton hands the ball off to Johnson. Bratton's been good. Been tough inside. They get it to him in the right block. McNair on it. Quickly double teamed, though, do the Aggies. Butler with a quick drive. Levi didn't want the 3. Butler will take the 3. He'll dribble. Now he'll take it again and drains it. That's the second time we've seen a guy hang out, dribble, think about it, and fire it.
Well, I like that. That was really good ball movement, lots of penetration and kicks, and he was wide open.
Well, they got the double team here, using the sideline and the half-court line as a defender, but Williams gets it out. Roberts, tough behind the back pass. McNair wasn't ready for it. Roberts couldn't believe it. And Jans is not happy with the pass, although it was very pretty.
Yeah, maybe if it went and he got a layup, he wouldn't have been so upset. But I like the idea. It definitely got in his hands, but unfortunately, it wasn't ready to receive it.
He's coach. If the guy had caught it and slammed it, you'd have been telling me good pass. Nice take. And the bucket. Ricky Doc Nelson.
Ricky Doc Nelson better thank Javon Levi because that was a sweet pass.
Lakai picks up his 1st, but it's a 5th team foul. So the and 1 for Ricky Doc Nelson. Well, UTRGV, we thought they might be a little outmanned coming into this one with Sean Ray, leaving the team, and with everything swirling around this team, having to continue their season and play in this. But we knew one thing. We knew they were not going to quit fighting, and we're seeing that right here. Down big, but not stopping at all.
No, not stopping. They're a little bit more patient right now on offense, spreading the ball around, being unselfish. And it seems like their defense has picked up a little bit too.
Dokes to push it forward. Roberts has it now. Yeah, jumping out of those double teams on the perimeter. And Jay Stedman coaching that tough defense that Lou Hill installed when he got down to UTRGV. Back off a little bit here, but 8 seconds on the shot clock. McCants, somebody's gonna have to take a shot here. Roberts will do it. He fires one. Does not hit the rim, so it's a shot clock violation.
This is the second one for UTRGV, and solid defense there.
Yeah, they're gonna have to start converting on some of these when they get these stops for sure, because they're still 12 minutes, so plenty of time to go on a run here. And they're on a 6-0 run right now in the last minute 9. Nelson brings it up. Back to Javon Levi. High screen from Ocheri back in the game. Levi goes all the way in, finds a man, 3 ball. Johnson, in and out. Boy, that was halfway down.
Yeah, watching UTRGV now, when they're really successful, is when Levi drives, and you have to guard him because he'll go straight to the basket. Nice shot there.
And just like that, one almost goes in, and then they drain one on the other end. 58-37. Williams with the tray as we go to break here. Timeout on the floor as Bratton trying to get the Vaqueros back into this one. Still a long way to go. The 2021 WAC Hercules Tires basketball tournament, day one on the men's side of the bracket. Let's take a look at it, Joan. Grand Canyon, the #1 seed. They know who they'll face tomorrow at 5 p.m. in the semis. That's Seattle U, a big victory over California Baptist. Utah Valley looking like it's going to be New Mexico State, but there's still time. But going to be a good-looking matchups tomorrow night in the semis.
Yeah, either way, I mean, we still have over 11 minutes left, and a lot of things can happen. But right now, New Mexico State looks pretty solid. And Utah Valley, though, has the player of the year. Whoever they're playing, that should be a good game.
Fardahl Zamak, the player of the year, all defensive team, leads the nation in rebounding for Utah Valley. And so the Aggies or the Vaqueros are going to have their hands full with Utah Valley, sitting and waiting, not having to put out any effort today, just watching this game.
Well, you know, there's a lot to be said. Some people feel, you know, when you play that first game, you have an advantage. But I like having the rest and scouting.
58-37 back underway. As we said, a lot of time left, but the Aggies still holding that big lead. UTRGV's got to get some stops and convert. 5 on the shot clock. Williams step back. Oh, he stepped about 4 times and they got him with the travel. And Chris Jans is not happy. He wanted somebody to go out the ball because they just left Williams out there all by himself. I mean, it looks like an unforced error on him, but he had nowhere to go.
Yeah, Coach Jans is talking to his team about that right now. Help your teammate know if they're in trouble.
So this is the turnover that UTRGV needs. Got to convert, though. They get it to Nelson. Drives in, goes inside. A lot of contact off the glass. Oh, the tip! What a great tip. Is that going to count, or they're going to stay on the floor? They're not going to give him the bucket, I don't think. The foul's going to be on C.J. Roberts with a push, but they're not going to give him the bucket. A continuation. Oh, UTRGV needed that one. So it looks like it's going to be on C.J. Roberts, his second, 6th team foul. I didn't see the push underneath, but
no.
they got it on the floor, so UTRGV inbound. Right back at it, misses it, rolls it off, and a fight for that one. The jump ball is going to go to the Aggies.
That's a missed opportunity, unfortunately. You know, they worked hard. Vaqueros worked hard there, but unfortunately didn't come out with another basket.
Yeah, strong drive by Johnson. Couldn't get it to go, though. Dokes brings it down. Dokes getting some playing time. Roberts, a turnaround. Boy, that's a tough shot right early in the shot clock.
You know, that's unusual because they haven't taken really any tough shots except for that one. Really have been under control.
O'Cherry setting a high screen. They want to lob it to O'Cherry, and they do, right up by the rim. Nice entry pass and the easy slam.
That was an excellent pass and made it look easy.
Well, if you're UTRGV, you got 2 more media timeouts. Do you just play 4 minutes at a time, trying to cut 5, 6, 7 points every 4 minutes off? Or?
You know, I really think it's a possession at a time. And that's both offense and defense. And they've got to try to keep New Mexico State, you know, they're, you know.
And Roberts, another error. He didn't go out to the ball initially. He took an early shot in the shot clock, and now he dribbles it off his leg. And he's a little frustrated with how things are going. I think he might be coming out of the game. Jabari Rice might be coming back in.
Yeah, right now New Mexico State has had too many turnovers. I believe they've had 9, maybe 8 turnovers this half.
Handed off to O'Cherry for the slam, and that was the little man, Javon Levi, getting everything started, but O'Cherry with the finish.
Levi is so creative and unbelievable passer, sees the court so well.
Under 10. Back to a 17-point lead. Dokes with the basketball. Dokes spins the other way, goes around everybody right into O'Cherry, misses a shot though. Oh, and the ball tipped and out of bounds. Boy, everything just a little off for UTRGV. Had that rebound, got it stripped away, and then lost it out of bounds. So Jabari Rice back in the ball game. Williams to trigger the inbound. Up top to Dokes. 7 on the shot clock. McCants goes right at it, scores it, and the foul.
I like McCants. I mean, he can score inside. He can hit the three. He's really tough defensively. I mean, you got to love him. And he's a senior. He's been there, done that. He wants to go on and play in the semifinals.
Johnson with his second. That's the 16th foul. Yeah, and they got that pass to him in the high post here. He's only about 10 feet away from the basket, so with him just one drop step, and he's right there ready to lay it in.
He's impressive. I mean, 6'7" from Las Cruces, New Mexico.
See if they got that foul on. Thought that was on Quentin Johnson. Free throw good for Johnny McCants. Waiting for my stats to update here. Didn't see who they got that one on. 61-58, Aggies with the lead. Drive, Levi, tough shot off the glass. Rebound by Jabari Rice. Down the other way, Rice. Oh my goodness, a tough shot with the left hand going out of bounds, but he gets it to go.
That was a highlight. Holy cow.
Down the other way, are we going to get a travel or a push? New Mexico State wanted to travel, but they're going to get a foul on Lakai. That's his second, 17.
And we'll be shooting free throws for both teams from now on.
Check out Jabari Rice.
Yeah, and look at the English he put on that ball.
Woo. So Nelson at the line. 8:51 to go in this one, and you called it, Joan. We're going to be shooting free throws for the final 8:51 of this ball game, and you have to make them count. UTRGV misses their first opportunity. McCants with the board. Rice brings it down. Rice starting to feel it a bit here. Dokes back to Rice. Back to that man-to-man defense. Rice with Levi on him. Baseline, Williams. Lakai, the three, good. Lakai really brings that ball over his head. It's a bit of an awkward looking shot, but he's made 3 threes in this and has 13 points in the ball game.
Yeah, that was great ball movement again.
Yeah, we're gonna get a foul on the drive. Yeah, it's gonna be on Williams. That's his first. It's the 8th team foul, so Levi will go to the line for the 1-on-1. Well, the Aggies haven't scored in the last 3:20, but UTRGV hasn't scored in the last 4:19.
Yeah, they've scored from free throw line, but yeah, they need to get some free throws here. They're only shooting 55% right now for the game.
And they got those free throws, but from the field, and now it's getting a little bit chippy in there as guys are trying to get position.
I like Levi.
Now they're
so unselfish.
Now Jabari Rice telling everybody to calm down. Levi telling everybody to calm down. But I think it's Lakai and Nelson down there on the blocks. 22 and 11. You see him on the left of your screen there. Just fighting for position there a little bit. Levi gets him. Dokes pushes it ahead. Lakai doesn't take the quick three. So they'll reset. The clock is the best friend of the Aggies. They're up 23 here.
Well, they've done a really good job of moving the ball, taking their time. Honestly, in this game, they've only taken a couple bad, I think, hard shots. That was
Dokes,
one there.
yeah, with a tough shot. Long rebound. Yeah. Levi, and Dokes is going to foul him. Well, Levi saw he was coming over late and just got up underneath him. So Dokes will pick up his first. That's the 9th team, and Levi will go to the line when we come back. Long way to go for the Vaqueros with just 7:45 to go. 66-43, big lead for the Aggies here in the final game of the day in this men's bracket. Seattle U already advanced with a win over CBU. New Mexico State looking to punch their ticket to a semifinal matchup with Utah Valley tomorrow night at 8 p.m. here local time. UTRGV needs to get some points without the clock winding down, and they'll get a chance here with Levi at the line. Levi shooting the 1-and-1. First free throw is up and good. The WAC would like to again thank Hercules Tires as title partner for the 2021 Hercules Tires WAC basketball tournament. Hercules Tires invites all WAC alumni, staff, and fans to ride on their strength and visit HerculesTires.com today. Still a lot of jawing going on in there between Nelson and Lakai.
There is. And the official just said something like, knock it off and let's play.
Yeah, things can get a little chippy in these blowout games, 45-66 here, but you know, you can get a little bit chippy in these blowout games, and the officials don't want that to happen. A full court pressure again, and they force a turnover. McNair steps out of bounds. So we've seen moments of that. UTRGV just hasn't been able to keep that up or capitalize when they get these turnovers.
Yeah, I know Coach Jans is not happy, but I'll tell you that the pressure that the Vaqueros are putting on is paying dividends.
On the drive, no, the tip back. Long three. Ooh, that looked pretty good. Another tip back. Keep him alive. Butler's going to drive in, loses the ball. It goes out of bounds. Did anybody tip it? They're going to get a foul. Is that foul going to be on Dokes? Dokes picks up his second, and that's a 10th team. 2 shots the rest of the way for UTRGV. Well, that might be one way they can get back into this, Joan, and score some points without time running off the clock if they can get aggressive and get to the foul line.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the clock is their friend if they can keep stopping it and keep getting to the free throw line, because from now on, they're shooting 2 free throws every foul.
First one's good. We'll get one more here as Mayan Kier checks into the ball game for the first time. That one doesn't go, but we had a whistle. Another violation in the lane there. So there was a violation, I think, and the officials are a little confused too. Officials weren't sure exactly what the call was, but it looked like it was a violation in the lane there, and so it'll be New Mexico State basketball. You get the ball in, full court pressure. Jabari Rice pushes it up. Finds a man, the shot, good. Lakai, so that's how you beat the pressure. You push it and score.
Well, and they got an easy shot, and that's what they really, what the Aggies should be doing right now.
Partially blocked. Does that Lakai get that one? And comes down with the rebound as well. Oh, nifty moves by Jabari Rice running the point here.
Yeah, they don't need quick shots. They need to move the ball, stay in rhythm, and take the open jumper.
Yeah, it looked like Rice wanted to pull up for that left elbow jumper. Then thought better of it, didn't he?
Well, you know, that's about being coached and understanding score and time and score and what position you're in.
You know, we've got 6:42 to go. That one partially blocked. Bad shot, though, with the shot clock winding down. Nelson will bring it down. Nelson, 3 ball, corner, no. Butler misses, long rebound. Butler comes up with it. Laquan Butler goes in. Boy, he's aggressive, goes up for the shot, loses it out of bounds, but it'll be last touched by New Mexico State. So UTRGV will inbound, and now we're going to see number 14, Marcus Watson, back into the game. We saw Marcus for a little bit in the first half. First time we've seen him back here in the second half. O'Cherry back in the ball game as well. Get the same camera equipment used by the conference with Canon, the official imaging partner of the Western Athletic Conference. Visit Canon.com today and see all of Canon's great products. Quickly into O'Cherry for his 3rd slam of the second half.
Impressive. Again, excellent pass by Javon Levi. And that's how you get back in the ball game, put some points on the scoreboard, get them easy.
Connor Rains into the game for UTRGV. 3 ball, good. Just into the game. Marcus Watson is on the board with 3.
That's an open shot. You got to take it, and it's all net.
5:52 to go. In the corner, Rains is going to fire the 3 to answer. Short, tipped around, kept alive by Levi. Levi with the mismatch with Gear on him. Steps back, long two, short. Rebounded by Dokes. Boy, he skied for that one.
He did sky for that one.
Thought he was 7 feet tall when he went up for the rebound, then he came on the floor and realized he wasn't quite that tall. Here, back to Dokes, 18 on the shot clock. Now Williams. So you look at the guys on the floor right now, and that drive doesn't go. The tip put back in for Marcus Watson.
Oh, look at that extra effort by Marcus Watson. That nice little tip, and you get an easy 2 points. And now they're up to 25.
And he's taking the starters out. So he's resting those guys because they got to win 3 games in a row if they want to go and win the tournament again. Ball tips around. Corner, Johnson doesn't take it, drives, Rains, jumper from the baseline, misses. Rebounded by Lakai. Well, if things continue to trend this way, Jans might be able to finish this game without having to get any more minutes on the legs of the starters.
Well, they have a deep bench. They've had a deep bench for many years, and, you know, really pays dividends. And they're a real team-oriented style. You know, they don't rely on one player.
3 ball, in and out. Tipped, and that's going to be a foul on Dokes over the back. Gerald Dokes picks up his 3rd. And now Tennessee Owens going to check into the ball game out of Las Cruces, New Mexico. Yeah. Owens in for Williams.
In Tennessee, it's very interesting. He's a local walk-on. His dad, Casey Owens, is actually the director of basketball operations for the Aggies.
Tennessee averaging just 4.6 minutes a game. 2 shots for Levi as UTRGV is in the double bonus the rest of the way. But a big deficit for the Vaqueros. First free throw good by Levi. Well, Javon Levi, all defensive team. Of course, this team was really playing well. And a team that a lot of folks had picked to be one of the top teams in the conference. They were picked number 3 in the preseason polls in the WAC.
Well, unfortunately, that's some very difficult things to handle.
Yeah, we talked about the passing of their coach, Lou Hill. Keir gets his man in the air, and a great block by O'Cherry. Quickly ahead, Levi. Wide open, is going to lay it in for 2. Then the loss of the head coach, and then Sean Ray leaving the program, and just a lot to come back from. But as we said, playing this one till the very end here. Keir, Owens, another 3 ball. Watson in front of the rim, no. Quickly ahead again, Rains. Rains slows down, kick it back. 3 ball on the transition, an air ball. It's going to go out of bounds. Well, that'll take us to our final media timeout. All Aggies as we go to break here in WAC Vegas, the 2021 WAC Hercules Tire Basketball Tournament. Aggies up big, looking to Hercules Tires, strong move of the game. Hercules Tires ride on our strength. Johnny McCants.
Johnny McCants with some emphasis there. Some English using the glass. I like the emotion. I like the unselfishness too.
Johnny McCants just 9 points in this one, but boy, he is a big leader on this squad. Back underway. Tennessee Owens gets the ball over to Keir. Bryce Rewalt into the ball game as well. That ball tipped away, and Keir knocks down number 13, Ricky Doc Nelson. Boy, he hit the deck hard.
He did.
So Doc will go to the line to shoot 2. He's kind of trying to stretch out a bit. Now they're going to go to the benches, and they're going to look at something on the clock here to see if that was a flagrant foul in any way. That honestly just looked like there were 2 guys going for the ball, and they got kind of hung up together, and the bigger guy knocked the smaller guy to the ground. But we'll take a look. Ricky Doc Nelson's laughing now, so hopefully he feels good. And let's take a look at this one, Joan.
Yeah, I think, well, you don't want your big guy handling the ball out there. I don't think it was really anything intentional. I think he was trying to get the ball, but he's just a big, strong guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, probably doesn't even realize his own strength.
Well, it looks like New Mexico State's going to punch their ticket into the semifinals. They'll face Utah Valley, the number 2 seed, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. We'll have it for you right here. And then prior to that, in the men's side of the bracket, Grand Canyon, the number 1 seed, plays Seattle U. So we're going to get to see basically 1, 2, 3, and 5. Seattle U, the 5 seed. So we got some good teams still left in here. Let's take one more look at this one to see if we see anything. Are they calling something or just a regular foul here?
Yeah, I think it's a regular foul.
Yeah.
I don't think he's just so strong. Poor guy.
Yeah. I think they were looking to see if there was an elbow. That's another one of those. If there's ever an elbow up high, even if it's inadvertent, they're tasked to make that call as a flagrant, even if it's not. And it looks like they are going to do that. Oh,
yep.
boy.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's twice we've seen fouls that didn't seem to be that much, but based on the letter of the law, they had to call them as flagrant ones. So Doc Nelson hits the first. He's got one more.
And Johnny McCants is trying to tell Mayan Kier, just hang in there, you know, play the game. You can't get emotional, you know, you just got to stay focused. And I say selective amnesia, forget about it and let's move on.
Well, still a 20-point lead, and to that point, Joan, they've tried to take the intent factor out of it because it's hard for the refs to kind of judge intent on some of those flagrant fouls. They just make them intentional or flagrant and ones if they meet certain criteria, and there's going to be a foul there. O'Cherry trying to go up strong. So Kier picks up his second. Kier played at Florida and LSU out of Bradenton, Florida. 6'9", 220 redshirt junior. Kier only getting about 4 minutes a game. O'Cherry hits the free throw.
You know, I think Mayan Kier, his best basketball's ahead of him. He just needs time to do a lot of skill work and get comfortable, because you look at him and he looks like a physical specimen, but it's really just, you know, but basketball's a lot more than that. It just takes time.
Full court pressure, and they get it into Kier. He had Watson wide open on the other side, didn't see him, and Kier drives in. No need for that, loses the ball quickly ahead. Johnson stopped by Rewall. Little bounce pass too low, but he gets it back, throws it up off the glass and scores it. Javon Levi. Levi's got 11. So full court pressure again with 2:38 to go. You get it to Watson. Watson to Tennessee Owens, quickly ahead to Kerr. Kier, cross court pass to Dokes, and now they're going to slow it down. Chris Jan's calling out plays, as is Johnny McCants and Jabari Rice, trying to get guys in the right positions. 3 ball. Good.
Yeah, now when your walk-on can get out there and hit a 3, you get the bench excited. You know, he's a well-liked guy. When you have a walk-on, they better be the, you know, the one is like the rah-rah person and works hard. And to get them to score, that was a nice shot there by Jeff O'Cherry.
Yeah, O'Cherry, nice booking inside, but to your point, Tennessee Owens, he's putting in the work every day in practice. Get rewarded here. Dokes all the way in for the slam. That would have brought the house down. Stuff there, but ball goes out of bounds. Was that just out of bounds off of
I think so.
Dokes, or was that an offensive foul? No?
I don't know what the call was.
Oh, he hit the back of the rim and just bounced over the basket. So no foul, no harm, no nothing there, just out of bounds. But Dokes, boy, what an aggressive take that was. Drive in, Levi collects the foul from Rewall. Next they're gonna get on Watson, his first. Yeah, Watson said, you could hear Watson there say, they called that on me. I thought it was on Rewall, but
the Aggies,
Levi will go to line.
Aggies actually have 2 walk-ons on the floor right now with Tennessee Owens and Bryce Rewall.
Yeah, they did switch it. It's on Rewalt, that foul. Levi gets 1. He's got 1 more coming up here. That one misses. Rebounded by Kier. Still pressure on that defense. We told you that UTRGV, regardless of the score, was going to play this one out. Kier, Owens wanted that one for 3, didn't he? He was ready to fire, and they didn't get it to him. Rewalt gets it off to Dokes. They're chasing him. 11 on the shot clock, though. Dokes, a high screen. Nick Moore on him. Got to do something. Fires a long three to back of the rim, but doesn't go. Minute to go here. Raines. Man in the corner. Levi. Levi. Gets it into O'Cherry. O'Cherry shot. Doesn't go, but he's fouled. Owens trying to take the charge there. They didn't call anything.
Yeah, he's going to pay for that. I mean, that's a big guy going against Tennessee Owens. I think he got that call because it looked like he was there.
Yeah.
He was inside the restricted area.
O'Cherry misses the first. Isaiah Garcia going to check in for Javon Levi, getting a hug from his coach, Jay Stedmans. He's been the heartbeat of this squad.
I like Javon Levi's game. He's been, you know, just a model of what you want out of your players.
Both of those missed by O'Cherry. Javon Levi, you can see him in the background there hugging everybody as he comes off the floor for the last time here in this tournament. Tennessee Owens, skip it back out. 15 on the shot clock, about a 20-second differential. Dokes goes in hard and picks up the foul. Well, we're seeing what Dokes' game is going to be. He's a slasher and a driver, loves to try to take that dribble and doesn't mind the contact inside, it doesn't seem like.
No, not at all. Not at all. I like him. He's a grad of the Spire Institute at 6'2". He has a good game. Actually, he joined the team at Christmas.
Yeah, he was a mid-season join for the squad.
Enrollee, yes.
There's Javon Levi hanging out, watching the final 30 seconds of this one. Boy, he has been everything for UTRGV. Try to lob it inside. We're going to get a whistle on a foul as UTRGV still trying to get that ball inside to O'Cherry. So the hold's going to go against New Mexico State. O'Cherry's going to go to the line. Well, impressive victory for New Mexico State. I mean, they led pretty much from the get-go.
Start to finish.
Yeah, UTRGV made a nice little run at it there in the second half. We talked about it in that first half. If they could get it under 10, they did. But, boy, New Mexico State had an answer. And so as you look at New Mexico State now, they've pretty much everything they wanted. They got a good game out of their starters. They've gotten to take their starters out and rest them here before their semifinal tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And they look like they might be starting to find a rhythm here, which is scary for the rest of the teams in the WAC.
Well, they're playing with a lot of confidence. They have a deep bench, and they're built on defense and rebounding, but I really like their three-point shot. And they got a lot of different weapons. And
Tennessee Owens going to dribble it out.
they're going to be a tough out here in the tournament.
So that's how it's going to end. 77-61, the final in this one. UTRGV's season is done. The coaches exchanged fist bumps and hugs. Of course, everybody understands what this season was like for the Aggies. As you see Lou Hill, peace and love are the two words he wanted to leave everybody with. And a good show of sportsmanship here as the Aggies know how tough this season was for UTRGV.
It has been. It has been, and it's great sportsmanship here. This was a good game for New Mexico State, and I really want to credit some of their fans who showed up here today. They're allowed 125. It's the first time any of their fans have been able to see this team in person. And for Jay Stedman and his leadership in a very tough situation is really admirable. And I thought, although they didn't get the win today for the Vaqueros, their team played hard.
Well, a great victory in the first round, and now Chris Jans is 7-0 in this tournament. And let's go down to Rachel Vigil with the victorious coach, Chris Jans.
Coach, I noticed you smiling at the Aggie fans. This is probably one of the only games that you were able to have a lot of friends and family at. How nice was it to hear their cheering again?
It was actually our only game. I think the most fans we've had at any one game was 9, if I'm not mistaken, and that was on the road. So it's the first time all year long that we've actually heard Aggie fans cheer for us. And I know there's only 125 of them, but I anticipated it sounding and feeling like a lot more. Unfortunately, we didn't give them a lot to cheer about the last 8-9 minutes, but I think our kids were looking forward to it as well.
You mentioned that you didn't give them a lot to cheer about. However, you did get the win. What were some of the frustrations you had tonight?
You know, I thought we got off to a good start. I'm happy about that. Felt really good at halftime. Felt like if we came out in the second half and won that first 5 minutes, that we could do what we did in the end and just, you know, try to save legs. You know, we didn't play our main guys hardly at all in the second half, and no one played over 22, 23 minutes in the entirety. So when you're in this type of situation that we're in, you know, that's the best scenario, is to get a win and not have to, you know, stretch yourself at all.
UTRGV applied the pressure all night long. How do you assess the way your team handled it?
Just okay. You know, at halftime, we were okay. We had 7 turnovers. A couple of them were offensive fouls, but the last 8 minutes was, you know, some ugly basketball. We didn't execute very well. We, you know, just out there kind of played pickup a little bit. But, you know, at this point, you're surviving and advancing, and we're not going to worry too much about that.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Back to you, Michael.
Well, Joan, the coach pointed out some of the negatives, but a lot of positives here for New Mexico State in this first win.
When you win and you advance, there's a lot to cheer about and like about this team. They are very, very good, and most of all, they're the most experienced team here in this tournament.
Well, they play Utah Valley tomorrow night at 8 in the semis. So for Joan Bonvicini and Rachel Vigil, I'm Michael Potter saying so long from the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. Final score 77-61. New Mexico State does a little more than survive and advance. We'll see you tomorrow.